Now please do correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'd say I put money on this, is that when you told your friends and family back home that you were going to go and study in Riga, you're going to move to Latvia, you're going to work in Riga, whatever, that they said that one line is, oh, don't worry, you'll make friends, it's going to be easy, the transition is smooth. We have all heard that line, and that is very true for a lot of people, but it's not true for everyone. So in today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about how to kind of avoid that feeling of being, alone. I don't think there's any other way to put it. What can I do to feel included in a society that's completely foreign to me? When I moved here, it was a huge culture shock. Like, I didn't know the language, I didn't know anyone that was here. We are going to be talking about a few things that you can do to help that process seem a lot easier and make it a lot smoother. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a cup of tea, grab yourself a cup of coffee, and let's get into the video. Now let's imagine you are a university student. Now it's very important to make friends, of course, it's important for your social life, we all know that. But at university, you also need to feel, and it's a very important part of university life, you need to feel that you are, part of one community and you're included, you feel welcome. One thing I would unreservedly recommend to you guys is to join a society at your university. Why have you got a call now, of all times? Jason Mraz again. Come on, Jason Mraz. Where were we? Yes, that's right, joining a society. So what is a society? A society in its most rudimentary form is a collection of students that have been given a fund by the university, more often than not, in order to put up events, okay? And those events are held because these students have a collective or a common interest. The function of a society is to represent university students in their academic lives, yes, but also their cultural lives too. Now it goes without saying, if you're a student, societies are obviously free to join, and there are a whole array for you guys to choose from. I'm just going to list a few. Well, the ones that I'm kind of affiliated to, I guess I've been to a few events, only a handful though, I wish I'd gone to more a lot earlier. I am part of, specifically this is at RSU, the BISA, so that is the British, or BISA, you may be pronounced that way, so that's the British and Irish Association of Students, or something like that, let me double check. Yes, the RSU British and Irish Society. The second society I've kind of joined is the RSU Asian Society, because as you can see, I'm ethnically Asian. So how do you join a society? It's really, really simple. You can look on your university homepage, or alternatively, you can join their Facebook groups. Pretty much all societies will have their own social media tags that you can search up. It's very simple. So once you've joined society and you've registered with them, you can then get emails and notifications of what kind of events they'll be hosting in the future. Let's just backtrack for a second. What kind of societies are there? So yes, like I said, there are societies based on nationalities, and of course not, you do not have to be that nationality to join that society. So say for example, you don't have to have a British passport to join the BISA. You don't have to be an Asian. You don't have to be brown to join the Asian Society. That's completely false. You can join it as long as you're a student. I think you can join any society. That's no problem. In order for you to get a little bit of a better understanding, I'm just going to read out a few societies here. This is RSU specific. So you've got the Family Medicine Student Association. If you're interested in that, give it a go. You've got the RSU Dental Student Association. You've got the Jewish Israeli Student Association. You've got the Ibn Sina Muslim Student Society. You've got the DSIA, that's the Duiseke Studentime im Ausland. Pronunciation on point. And guess who the public relations officer is? If you recognize this, respect. If you recognize this guy, there he is. Focus, focus, focus. What a beautiful man. Like, if that's not an incentive to join the DSIA, I don't know what is. Okay, so the list goes on. The Italian Society, the Latvian Medical Students Association, Agape Students. If what you're looking for is not there and you haven't found it and you're really passionate about something else, you are well within your rights to start a society at your university. So what you will need to do is you'll need to speak to the governing body. So in this case, I think it's the ISA, that's the International Students Association. Once you talk to them, they can, tell you how to go about that process, and you can eventually get a fund for it, and who knows, you can start your own society. Societies really do care, and that's why I would recommend you guys trying to join at least one society. One, you'll make some amazing friends, you'll meet people with lots of common interests, and two, they really do care. And if it can help voice your opinion to the university in an approved way, then it's only a good thing, right? It's only a good thing. Let's consider joining a university society isn't for you. A, because maybe you don't want to, and B, because you don't go to a university, you work here or something else like that. What are your options? What is your best possible way to meet new people in Riga? If you're an Erasmus student, you'll know about this. There's something called ESN, that's the Erasmus Student Network, and ESN Riga is the subdivision of that company that organizes events here. To the best of my knowledge, you do not have to be an Erasmus student to attend those events. They'll have some events that are free, yes, like walking tours in Riga, coffee dates, speed friendship, what do you call it? Speed dating, but for friends, if you know what I mean. And some events you can buy a ticket for. So for example, me and my boy, the part-time tourist, the part-time tour guide, a few weeks ago we went on a boat kind of party thing. It was a really fun night. We went along the river, that's Daugava in Riga. There was I haven't seen a dance floor in about 8 months. There was good music, good vibes, made some good connections and made some new friends. So like this boat party, they do other events. They can do excursions to other cities, like I think there's one to Jelgava maybe next week. I think I saw that on Facebook. Excursions to perhaps other countries, Russia, St. Petersburg. I think there's even one to Lapland that they usually do. But yeah, you could definitely give it a go and have a search up on their Facebook page. Alternatively, another great way of meeting new people is to go to bars, clubs, cafes. Now admittedly, it's probably not the best time to do that, but there are a few around. Even maybe if you're a student, there are definitely a few student cafes, student-centered cafes around. I think there's one called the Unicorn Cafe in Riga, and there's another one which is called Speakeasy, which a lot of students choose to go to, so that could also be an option for you. Pre-pandemic, of course, I remember the first time I got invited to a house party here, I was like, wow, it's a university house party, what's gonna happen? And so what I can tell you from my own experience of attending said parties is that it's a good place to meet new people, okay? The vibe is almost different. It's almost like a collective feel when you're at one of these compared to a bar and a club. You don't really know what people are like. Some people may not want to talk to you. Some people, you don't know what people are like, but when you're all under one roof, if that makes sense, and you're all together, it's almost like a family feel. I promise you this 100% happened. I was at a friend's house party about maybe a year and a half ago, and I met this random guy. We were just talking about what we watch on TV. Now I don't watch a lot of TV. The only thing I watch is EastEnders because it's banging. Anyone that disagrees with me, you're wrong, but that's the only thing I watch, right? And how weird is this, right? This guy was from Norway and he was just like, oh yeah, I used to watch that. And it's just like, wow, like you go to these places and you'll find people with common interests from all over the world, and it was really mind-boggling. So a fantastic way to meet new people. Okay, swiftly moving on. Let's imagine you've got a burning desire, you've got a passion for something in your tummy, in your chest, and it's telling you that you really want to do this thing. I used to do this before I moved here and no one's interested in it. Should I give it up? The answer is no. There is nothing stopping you from creating your own society, from creating your own group of people that are interested in this passion. Now, a fantastic example of this is everyone's favorite Jason Mraz, okay? So he was very interested in creating a society regarding debates. Jason was looking around for a few months. He couldn't quite find something that fit that niche, but he eventually decided to create his own, and DNC was born. It's basically a society, a group of people that can be from university, they can be internationals, they can be locals here in Riga, and they basically, you kind of get together and discuss topical issues and issues that are current to us and that affect our daily lives. He felt that he couldn't really find that anywhere else. He created his own Facebook page, and the next thing you know, the NC was born. So I'm definitely going to go to a few events when he starts. It will be the first link in the description if you're interested. I would highly recommend it. They welcome divergent opinion, and yeah, it seems like a cool place to kind of hang out and meet new people. Let us try and put all of what we've talked about into context currently. Yes, we are in a pandemic, and that means events such as gatherings of, X amount of people may not be able to happen. Yes, that means meeting people in bars and stuff like that may not be able to happen in a few weeks. However, this does not mean you have to be alone. Societies will 100% organize things online over Facebook. In fact, there was supposed to be a concert yesterday, or like a worldwide event at our university that got cancelled due to, COVID concerns. However, they did do an online streaming of that event, and we were all able to enjoy it from the comfort of our own home. So guys, thank you so much for putting up with me. I really do hope this video helped you out in some way, shape or form. I hope you enjoyed the video and you got something out of it. I'm a happy man if you did. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it too. If you did enjoy it, it'd be great, and I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, I'd love to hear from you. Subscribe if you are new and you would like to see more, and I will see you next time. Take care, peace, bye.
Yeah.